Deep inside an ancient African village, where the trees whispered secrets and the winds carried tales from long ago, there lived a widow named Neka. Her world revolved around her 4 daughters, Ik, Ori, Efo, and Nko. Each girl was as radiant as the day she was named after: Ik, the determined; Ori, the wise; Efo, the cautious; and Nko, the curious. They were the village's pride, and Neka loved them more than life itself. One evening, as the orange glow of the setting sun bathed the village, Neka gathered her daughters by the hearth. Her voice, usually warm and gentle, was now stern and edged with fear. "Listen to me, my children," she began, her eyes dark with worry. "There is a reason I named each of you after our sacred market days. The spirits of the market watch over us, but they are also quick to punish those who disrespect them." The girls exchanged curious glances, but they said nothing, waiting for their mother to continue. "There is one rule you must never break," Neka said, her voice trembling slightly. "Never, and I mean never, go to the stream on a market day. The waters are cursed on those days. Any woman who goes there never returns." Ik, the eldest, frowned. "But why, Mama? The stream is just water. How can it be cursed?" Neka shook her head. "It is not for us to question the ways of the spirits. Just promise me, all of you, that you will stay away from the stream on market days." The sisters nodded solemnly, though a shadow of doubt flickered in their eyes. The next morning, the village buzzed with activity. It was Ori Day, a day of trade, laughter, and celebration. Neka, like all the other villagers, headed to the market, leaving her daughters behind. Before she left, she turned to them one last time. "Remember my warning," she said, her voice thick with concern. "Stay away from the stream." Neka said, being very scared after losing her first child to that stream before these 3 were born. She just wanted to ensure that history did not repeat itself. But as the day wore on, the sun climbed higher, and the air grew heavy with heat. The sisters, restless and thirsty, began to feel the pull of the cool, inviting stream. Ik was the first to break the silence. "Mother's words were filled with fear, but we are strong. Surely, a sip of water cannot harm us." Ik, the determined, was eager to get to the stream and prove her mother and the villagers wrong. Ori, ever the voice of reason, hesitated. "Mother warned us for a reason. But what if the stories are just old wives' tales?" She reasoned it in a different way. Efo, being someone who is very careful to avoid potential problems or danger, bit her lip, glancing at the path that led to the stream.
"I don't know, we shouldn't tempt fate. But I am so thirsty. What should we do now?"
Nko, the youngest, her eyes wide with curiosity, chimed in.
"If we all go together, nothing bad will happen. We'll just take a quick drink and leave. What could possibly go wrong?"
The sisters debated, their voices rising and falling like the wind. The more they talked, the more they convinced themselves that the danger was exaggerated. Like, there was an invisible force pulling them to go to the stream. Finally, Ik, the boldest of the 4, stood up and said, "Let's go. We'll be back before anyone even notices." With that, the 4 sisters set off, their laughter mingling with the rustle of the leaves as they made their way to the stream. The forest seemed to hold its breath as they approached the water's edge. The stream sparkled under the sun, its waters clear and cool. It looked harmless, innocent, even. One by one, the sisters knelt down and cupped their hands, drinking deeply, the cool water a welcome relief in the heat of the day. But as Nko, the last to drink, dipped her hands into the water, something strange happened. The air grew cold, and the sky darkened as if a storm were brewing. The once gentle stream began to swirl, the water churning violently.
"Ik, Ori, Efo, something's wrong,"
Nko cried out, stumbling back from the water. But it was too late. A powerful force, invisible but undeniable, gripped the sisters, pulling them toward the stream. They screamed, clawing at the ground, trying to escape the unseen hands dragging them into the water. "Hold on to me," Ik shouted, grabbing Ko's arm. But the force was too strong. One by one, the sisters were pulled under, their screams silenced as the water closed over their heads. The forest fell silent once more, the only sound the gentle lapping of the stream as if nothing had happened. The sun emerged from behind the clouds, shining down on the empty banks where only moments before, the four sisters had stood.